All right, for this next project, we're going to be going from a simple little photo of somebody paragliding on a slightly overcast day, a little blurry, little not great, to this beautiful, vibrant photo. That's a great, easy memory to remember. So let's go ahead and pop over here and get to work. Grab my background, Command-J jumps it up to the next layer, turn off the original background layer. Now, if we want to get this to where it looks nice and beautiful, we can go about this several different ways. And we notice, for one, that we could obviously go ahead and do our sky replacement. Edit, sky replacement, and then we can choose from all the available skies. That should be an option here. Don't know why it didn't come up that time, but we're going to pop this up. It's going to do its best to find that, and it did a pretty good job. Now I'm going to maybe go with something a little bit more blue sky. Still a little dreary, little kind of bland. So, but let's see if we can just find one here. Maybe not quite. That's starting to look a little bit better. So I'm going to go and output those to some new layers. Now, as it is, you see that this other one is still a lot more vibrant. So I want to go through and separate this out. Let's add a vibrance layer. I'm going to, first, I want to select the subject. So I'm going to go to my edit, my select rather, and select subject. And let's see just how well it does at actually picking this person out. And it does a pretty good job of picking out the person and their paraglider. I'm holding my shift key down and make sure that it's grabbing this whole thing. And shift seems to be selecting that okay. And that got all the remaining pieces. So there we go. And now let's go add our adjustment layer and let's add some vibrance. So when that pops it up here, problem is it's going to be adjusting the vibrance or the saturation for the person. So if we crank that up, you see that they get very vibrant. If I turn it off, they go from gray to bright blue. So that's better for sure, and definitely really kind of helps them pop out against the sky. But I think what I'm going to do is go and make another vibrance layer. And let's command click on this mask first. So when I command click on it, it makes that same selection. And now when I do my vibrance layer, it does that selection, but again, it's only going to be affecting him because he's painted in white. So I can select this mask, Command I to invert it, and now this vibrance layer will only be affecting the things that are not masked out. So I can grab this vibrance, select it, grab that saturation, and push it up, and all of a sudden we're getting to a much more vibrant and saturated look. So as I push this up a little bit more, and it's looking a lot better. Now, I'm not a fan of this sky replacement, so I'm going to just delete that and get back to where we were. So it's not a bad image right here. It's definitely getting to where it's balanced and saturated out. So, but let's go ahead and take, now that we've got this, now let's try a sky replacement. So edit sky replacement and see how that's going to blend in. Now I think with some of these little bit more vibrantly saturated skies, that one's actually not bad. But a blue sky is actually going to be even clearer. It's going to distract less from the subject of the photo. So if I go to something like this, it's certainly beautiful. So any of these really can work. Leave it up to your own creativity. But I think I'm going to go with this one so that the eye is drawn a little bit more directly to him. So I want to hit OK on that. One other thing I'd like to probably bring him out in the shot a little bit more. So I'm going to command click again on this vibrance layer. That makes that selection. And let's go ahead and add one more curves layer. So with this curves layer selected, if I bring up the dark parts at all, then you can see that all of a sudden he's really starting to pop. So now the bright parts of this image are getting a little too bright. So I'm going to come back up to my highlights and pull those down just a little bit. But you can see that we still have him, and he's much brighter now and standing out in the image quite a bit better. So that's starting to look a lot more visually appealing, and you can see that we've gone from this original layer to this, and it certainly feels a lot more like a beautiful day out skydiving. Now, if we wanted this to seem even more, like even better, we could certainly select him and increase his scale and fill in the background like we've done with other shots. But as it is right now, with just a few quick clicks, we've been able to take an image from that to this. So that looks pretty good, and we'll see you on the next one.